class. Welcome back to your maths lesson. This week we've done a lot of column addition and column subtraction, but we haven't yet done column subtraction with exchanges. So that's what we're going to look at today, and we're going to try a few problems together before you guys have a go yourselves. So if we look at this top problem to start with, I'm just going to show you very simply the method to use, and then we'll look at how we use that method for more difficult questions. So the sum that we've been given is 5,129 subtract 1,346. So just as we did previously, we start with our units. 9 take away 6. I can do that, I don't need any exchange. I know that 9 take away 6 is 3. Simple. Moving on to my tens. 2 take away 4. Now I can't do 2 take away 4, so this is where I need to do an exchange. I need to borrow from the hundreds column. So I'm going to move into the hundreds column and I'm going to borrow this 100 here. So that now becomes 0. And I'm going to transfer that 100 over to our tens. So now we've got 12 take away 4, which will give us 8. Now I move along to my hundreds column. My new number of hundreds is 0 here, so I've got 0 take away 3. Again, I can't do 0 take away 3, so I need to borrow from my thousands column. So I'm going to hop into my thousands and I'm going to take one of those away. So that's going to become 4, and that 1,000 I'm popping into my hundreds column so that our new number is 10. 10 take away 3 gives me 7. And then moving finally to our thousands, 4 take away 1 I can do, I know that's 3. So our overall answer should be 3,783. Now this is the technique that I want you to use, showing all of your working, and you're going to have to apply it to a number of quite tricky worded questions. So we're going to do 2 examples of the types of questions you're going to encounter. So, question 1. 3,130 people visited the cinema from Friday to Sunday. 1,789 visited on Friday, 634 visited on Saturday. How many visited on Sunday? Now the first thing I've done is to represent this problem using our bars. So I already know that overall from Friday to Sunday, 3,130 people visited. So that's the total number that visited. I already know that 1,789 of them were on Friday and that 634 of them were on Saturday. What I don't know is how many visitors there were on Sunday. Now, in order to be able to solve this, there are 2 parts to this problem. What I'm going to do is I'm going to add up the number of visitors on Friday and the number of visitors on Saturday first of all. Okay, so here's my sum, 1,789 plus 634. So using our column addition that we've learnt so well this week, 9 plus 4 is 13, so 3 goes in my units column and I need to carry over the extra 10. 8 plus 3 is 11, plus the extra 1 is 12. So my 2 goes in there and I carry over my extra. 7 plus 6 is 13, plus the extra 1, 14. 4 goes in, carry my 1 over. In the thousands, 1 plus 0 plus the extra 1 gives me 2. So I now know that on Friday and Saturday, 2,423 people visited in total. So what I can now do for the second part of my problem is use the overall total and subtract Friday and Saturday, and that should give me how many people visited the cinema on Sunday. So 3,130 subtract 2,423. So first of all, 0 take away 3. I can't do that, so I need to borrow. So that becomes a 2. This becomes 10. 10 take away 3 is 7. 2 take away 2, I can do, that's 0. 1 take away 4, I can't do that, so I need to borrow. That becomes a 2, and this carries over. 11 take away 4 is 7. 2 take away 2 is 0, so I don't need to put anything there. So this helps us to find out that 707 people, and I can erase that now, visited the cinema on Sunday. And if I wanted to check my answer was correct, I could add up 1,789 plus 634 plus 707, and that should give me a grand total of 3,130. Okay? So some of the problems you encounter might have two parts for them. You might be required to add first of all before subtracting. So read the questions really carefully. The final problem we're going to have a look at says, can you find the missing 4-digit number? So I've got something, a 4-digit number plus 3,864 equals 9,201. So they want me to find out this missing number. Now, this week I've tried to stress the importance of using the inverse operation to help you to check solutions. But in this case, we can use the inverse solution to help us find the answer. So because we've got our answer here, 9,201, if I subtract 3,864, it should give me this missing number. So let's use our column subtraction to work that out. So I've set it up here in red. 1 take away 4. I can't do that. I best hop into the tens column. Oh, there's a 0 there. So I can't borrow from there. So I need to hop again. Now I can borrow from the hundreds. So that 2 becomes a 1. That becomes a 10. And now I can borrow from it. So that consequently becomes a 9. This becomes 11. 11 take away 4 gives me 7. 9 take away 6 gives me 3. 1 take away 8, I can't do that, so I need to borrow, and I can borrow from the thousands. So that 9 becomes an 8. And now we have 11 take away 8 gives me 3. And 8 take away 3 gives me 5. So you should find that 5,337 plus 3,864 gives you 9,201. And you can check that by doing the inverse again. So when you have a go today at your problems, please remember, try and use your exchanges where necessary. Sometimes you might need to have two parts to your problem. You might need to add first and then subtract. And think about whether or not you could use the inverse to help you either solve a problem or check it. Good luck, and I'm looking forward to seeing your hard work.